So you've recently heard the news of the new Genji buffs that want to finally learn how to play the Cyborg Ninja. Well, have no fear, I'm here to give you guys a guide that will hopefully put you on the right path for Dragonblade Mastery. Hey guys, it's 9 here coming at you with a brand new hero guide for one of my all-time favorite Overwatch heroes. It's Genji. And as of patch 1.49, Genji saw some great buffs to multiple areas of his kit, allowing players to finally pick him in ranked and not get flamed. Well, most of the time anyways. Well, alright, let's jump right into it. Now Genji is what you would class as a flanker type burst damage DPS hero. He excels at using his mobility and burst damage to quickly eliminate the enemy backline and any isolated targets. You'll often hear pros and analysts say that Genji has a very weak mid-fight. What does this even mean? There are some heroes in the game like Reaper for example who can just stand in the middle of 6 opponents and never die because of his massive lifesteal and sustain. Genji isn't really like this. He's best utilized on the outskirts of a fight, looking for the best time to dash in for a quick combo and eliminate an enemy. Genji is a very skill intensive hero, despite what the forums might have you believe. How much value you get out of him really depends on how good you are at him. Unlike characters like Moira and Mei, who can just get value by existing, you really need to know what you're doing with Genji to make the most out of him. When it comes to settings, be sure to have your melee on something fast and easily accessible. For me, I like to have it on my mouse, but you guys can experiment and find what best suits for you. Just definitely don't keep it on the default V key. I think that is a kind of an awkward key to be pressing for melee. And you'll also need to bind your need healing key to something fast and reliable, because if you're not spamming I need healing, are you even really playing Genji? Yeah, that's what I thought. And also don't be scared to up your sensitivity a little bit on Genji. Being able to do quick turns and 180s are a lot more valuable than being pinpoint accurate with him. Let's talk about your Swift Strike, aka the dash. Your dash is your bread and butter with Genji. Good dash usage really defines how good you are at Genji. And if you didn't already know, it has an 8-second cooldown but can be immediately reset if it gets an elimination. And don't forget, eliminations counts as either final blows and assists. Be sure to keep your eye out for low health supports that can be taken out with your dash alone or with a right click melee follow-up. Oftentimes, the best use of your dash is to get in and finish a target, then immediately use the reset to get yourself out of danger. Your dash alongside your cyber agility passive makes it really easy to contest opponents on the high ground. So don't be scared to duel that enemy Widowmaker or Hanzo. Genji is one of the best at dueling them. Your dash also works really great at whittling down multiple heroes clumped together. So be sure to be dashing through enemies stuck in a Zarya grab or enemies that are in general just way too grouped up. Now if you dash into the enemy team and you didn't get a kill and you find yourself in a dangerous situation like we all have many times, be sure to make use of your Deflect. Your Deflect is your E ability and is one of the best defensive abilities in the game. You will literally deflect incoming damage and projectiles back at the enemy team or enemy player who shot that damage at you. You wanna make sure you're getting good value out of your deflects and aren't throwing it out there when there isn't any incoming damage. And as of patch 1.49, you can now manually cancel your deflect simply by pressing your E again. Use this to your advantage to outsmart your opponents. Oftentimes in the past, you would see players would wait out the deflect animation to use their CC and then kill you. But now, if you use your deflect and notice the enemy is trying to wait it out, cancel it and go for a dash melee combo or wall climb with primary fire. Just do something to surprise them and keep them guessing. Also, very important to keep in mind when using your deflect is that you can deflect projectile ultimates. So yes, Hanzo's Dragon, Zarya's Grav, Pharah's Barrage, even Reaper's Death Blossom can all be deflected back to the enemy team for massive damage. Alright, let's talk about your ultimate, Dragonblade. Your ultimate Dragonblade unleashes an awesome giant ninja sword that swipes for huge damage. You want to be setting up your blade by mostly first dashing into the air and quickly finding the best targets. Quick tip if you didn't already know, using your ultimate resets your dash so you can dash into the air and then Dragonblade freely knowing that you'll have a dash as you press your ultimate. Now, the targets will often be the enemy supports or DPS. You want to be sure to make use of your dash resets to find a new target after every kill, and be very aware of enemy CC abilities such as Sleep Dart or Flashbang that can stop you in your tracks. If the enemy's supports have defensive abilities such as Transcendence or Sound Barrier, try your best to bait these out first before going in with your blade. You can either do this by asking your team to focus fire at that support, or by putting the pressure on them yourself, either killing them or getting them to use the ult early. And because this is one of my guides, there has to be a hype montage with overly loud music, so here you go.
Somebody help me see the light within the machine, shadowing what's happening. I forge my own path, right the wrongs of the black-hearted, searching for truth. I call out to the beast, the Ryujin, make the peace, let the dragon become you. I'll keep going till my debt is paid. Though my body may be dead, heads up, I use my dragon blade. That's such a mountain way. My heart, it beats so cold. I'm only mind and soul. Yeah, use my dragon blade, leaving my foes all slain until my death is paid. Yeah, use my dragon blade.
Okay guys, that's it for this Genji guide. This was just an overview of the general playstyle you want to be having with Genji, alongside some of the best ways to use his abilities. Genji's a pretty hard hero, guys. Just watching this guide isn't gonna be enough. He will take time and you will need to put in the hours to master him. But if you do, I guarantee you will not regret it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe for more good guides like this, and comment what heroes you guys want next. I will be deleting comments that say Moira, so don't even try. See you next time.